What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I am going to teach you how to create your own personalized, unique, business professional looking website using Wix. So we're going to jump right into this. I already have a couple of Wix websites and they already have premium plans, the domains assigned. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started with this page here. So you have two options when you are getting started. You can either use the Wix Studio, which is what they're trying to move people over to. Wix Studio is a little more advanced, especially if you're into coding your websites, actually being able to code in certain things. But they also have the Wix editor. The Wix editor creates, has the templates and everything of that nature. So we're just going to go with the editor because not everyone is as advanced to be able to code a website. So we're going to go with the Wix editor because I know myself, I'm personally not either. So the neat thing about this is once you get in here, they have a built-in chat AI bot that can kind of get an idea of what you're looking for, what your website will be about, what type of apps that you need added in there, if you need forms, which is really neat because it's basically you program it to give you exactly what you need without actually having to build it. So it's creating a template from scratch based off the AI responses you get. So we're going to go ahead and tell them, what's the site about. So I'm just going to put something simple like, I want a e-commerce store where I will be providing shirts and accessories. I would like collect information. Not have a screen printer, so I will use print on demand. So just a little brief description there. And sorry, sometimes I read out loud, but I feel like, it kind of helps. Like instead of just looking at a screen, you can actually know what I'm actually asking it to do. So just something basic, an e-commerce store, I'm going to do graphic tees, I'm going to do accessories, letting them know that, hey, I don't have a screen printer myself, so I won't physically be able to print out the t-shirt. So I'm going to need something that could assist me with that, where Wix allows you to have print on demand. If you aren't familiar with print on demand basically is when someone orders from the website, you actually pay for that order to be printed by a company outsourced, and then you actually basically put a little extra dollar amount or percentage of profit that you make off of that. So let's say that you're selling the t-shirt for $35, but you're paying $19 for the t-shirt to be made. So you make a profit margin off of, them buying the t-shirt at $35. But the good thing about that is, number one, you don't have to worry about holding on to inventory. If you don't have a big storage area or anything like that, you don't have to worry about any inventory at all. Also, like if people aren't buying it right away or at all, you don't have just an overload of inventory that's not selling just in a storage area. And also, if you're just getting started, maybe you can't afford to spend $5,000 to have, 50, 100 different items printed up. So this is a great way to get started if you're, just starting out fresh. So that is an option for you to have print on demand. I just wanted to point that out. All right, so next it's asking, what will the name of your e-commerce store be? We're just going to name it something simple, Test for YouTube, just so we can move past that part. So the more you feed this AI tool information, the more it's going to get an understanding of what exactly you're looking for and what it needs to implement into the website itself. So it's going to ask a little more discrete questions. Who is your targeted audience? So we're going to say adults and children ages, let's say 6 to, I don't know, 25. Also like to target people who like handmade crafts as crafts. Oops. Myself are unique. All right. So just kind of giving them an idea. I didn't want to go too far into depth because I want to move forward with really how to get into editing the site and everything like that. Do you have any specific marketing strategies in mind? Different. Like to add SEO so the website optimized, but no real plans at this point. So here soon, in the next question or two, it's going to take us to the dashboard. Now, can you tell me about the unique selling points that your t-shirts and accessories are designed personally by me? I use Canva and Adobe to create the design so they are unique. All right, here soon it should be taking us to the dashboard. It may ask one more question, but ultimately it's pretty neat because over here on the side it'll kind of give you okay, you need an online store. Okay, you're looking for Instagram, food orders, different apps that they think that they're just suggesting that you may need. Now, obviously you can remove, add whatever is needed at that point, but it just wants to give a brief idea of what your template will look like. All right, so now it's customizing. So now we're going to move over to the dashboard. So like I had mentioned, I already have a couple of Wix domains and stuff, so it already knows me. Dominique, hello, welcome. So this is the dashboard. It's pretty self-explanatory. So you got all the options over here on the left-hand side. Your setup, home, getting paid. So that's for things like sending invoices, point of sales, things of that nature. Your sales, so once you set up a form of payment or a processing payment that you're going to be processing through, then you'll see all your payment history and stuff like that under your sales. So you'll have your payouts, your payments. Categories, this is more so where you're going to have your inventory, your stored products that you're going to have. This is where you can add those in, move things around, things of that nature. Different apps, if you have apps, you can manage them, or if you're looking for the app store, you can add different apps like the Wix stores, Wix bookings. Your inbox, I don't really mess too much with the site mobile apps and stuff like that, but they have website SEO and stuff like that. Inbox is if you are taking bookings, you can get an inbox calendar, and it could be connected even to Gmail. Being that Wix has a partnership with Gmail, which is awesome. So you can connect your Gmail calendar so you're not double booking yourself, or if there's anybody who communicates with you via the website, you can check your inbox and communicate back from the inbox. Customer leads, loyalty programs, abandoned carts, different things that you can do to try to bring in more customers, forms and submissions, so you can collect more customers' information, to send them promotional ideas and emails like that. Marketing, that's kind of self-explanatory. Social media marketing, email blast marketing. Google ads, you can actually run Google ads directly from your dashboard, which is pretty neat. And then oops, I didn't mean to click on that, my apologies. So then we got analytics, you get all your analytics, check, who's been visiting the site, how often, things of that nature. And then lastly, you got settings at the bottom. So we're going to go back to the top. I just kind of wanted to give you an idea of what was all available there before we really jump into editing the site. because there is a lot in Wix. There's quite a bit that you can do in here. You know, you've got Wix premium plans, you got Wix, like your premium plan that you have to set up in your domain, and then you have the Wix editor where you have to edit the site, and then you have, like, if you're like taking clients in and you're booking, then you have Wix bookings, and then you have Wix stores if you're selling physical products. So there's just an elaborate amount of stuff inside Wix. So just getting a a good feel of the dashboard, you'll kind of over time gradually learn more about it, how to flow through it. So before we get into designing the website, I already have premium plans, but you would want to click this upgrade. Basically, it's going to ask you to select a premium plan. The premium plan is what it's going to allow you to not only accept payments. So like there's two premium plans you can accept, like the core plan. The core plan is set up if you're providing like a service. Let's say you're a nail technician or you're a masseuse, or you take bookings and meet with clients face to face, then the core plan would be for you. Basically, you providing a service that is face to face with those individuals, or even like events, like you're providing a service by putting on an event. The e-commerce or business plan would be the next step up, and that's if you're shipping out physical products. So you would obviously pick the one that best suits you and your business when you upgrade, and they'll go over the different pricing plans, the options. I do know that, like, if you pay for your premium plan, most of the time for the year, then they also give you a free domain for the year, which is pretty neat. You know what I'm saying? It'll save you a little bit of money. You don't have to worry about paying for that whole domain for a whole year. Get the premium plan set up for a year, and now you're just interested in bringing in a profit. So with all that being said, we're going to go ahead and hop into the editor. So you click that. Going to give me two options. It's going to ask me if I want it to be AI generated or if I want to choose from a template. In this video, I'm just going to go ahead and pick from a template here. So now we got custom t-shirts up here because I told the AI tool earlier that's what I was interested in doing. So now we got some template designs that I can kind of skim through and pick what's best fit for me. So and it's got thousands of options that you can go through, and it breaks everything down based off your niche, based off of like the industry that you're looking to shoot for. So I'm just gonna go with this one. I like the design here. So we're just gonna click into edit. It's gonna take me to the Wix editor now. So here we are in the editor. It's just loading. It does take a little bit for the editor to load, but that is because you're doing live editing inside, a physical website. So, it obviously has to program everything to present the way it's supposed to. All right, so we're just about got it open. All right, there we go. All right, so it's got the website open now. So basically, the first thing it's highlighting to you, it's letting you know, oh, I don't know why it's adding restaurants. We can always remove that. I won't show you in this video because it'll probably be extra steps, but for some reason, out of what the AI tool took out of it, which it is AI, it's far from perfect. They're still trying to teach, AI how to do everything. But as you can see, that's pretty neat though. Like if I was a restaurant or everything like that, I don't have to go adding in Wix restaurants. I don't have to go adding in Wix tips. It's automatically generating that in there. Unfortunately, that's not what I said I was selling by any means, but it's automatically generating all these type of things in there for me, which is neat. So I'll just let this go ahead and run its course. All right, so what you're going to notice over here is the different tabs that you have available. So you can add different elements to the site. So if I click here, there's like 1,000 elements you can add. So you got, if you need to add text, if you need to add an image, you can upload an image, or they also have like AI generated images. They got free from Wix images, so you can like search in the search bar here and like search for things that are available on Wix illustrations, custom logos. So you definitely have options. Next, you got your buttons. So if you want to add like a pay button or a view more button or shop here button, then you got your buttons app, there. You got document buttons, all different type of buttons. So if you got a document that you need people to download or read, you can have that button there. You got Wix chat. So you got a chat button where, you know, people, if they want to chat in, kind of like this right here, this will pop up. So if someone has a question while they're live on the site, which is very vital, I would say add that if you're going to create a site, is definitely to have a Wix chat. The cool thing is you can actually get the Wix Owners app on your phone. And let's say you're on the go and you're not logged into your Wix dashboard on your computer. If someone, you know, chimes in and you have your notifications turned on, then it will actually alert you, hey, someone just chimed in on the website asking a question, and you can just respond right back from your phone, which is really cool. You don't have to be logged into the Wix account. So also we got your pay button. So you got your PayPal, like if you have PayPal, a business PayPal account, or if you're taking donations. As of right now, Wix doesn't currently really have like donations set up. They are working towards that. But as of right now, you do have like the PayPal donations that you can accept through your website as well, where you can just drag and drop a button right on the site and people can pay through that. So I'm not going to go through all of these. Obviously, you can, you know, pick and choose what you need. You got blogs, you got Wix bookings, events, restaurants, you know, videos and music if you need to add like live videos, YouTube videos, you know, so the options are like endless here of all what you have available. So I'm going to click out of that. Next, you got your selections, just like a welcome page, you know, your contact, your gallery. So these are just all the different things that are available to you to add into the live site itself. So you got to, you know, view this gallery. If you're, you know, a photographer, you can set up a gallery where you have all of your photos put together in a nice, neat area, and they have it laid out for you. Promotions, you know, if you got promotional deals that you want to put on the website, you know, final sale, or there's going to be a launch of a certain product, you know, you can add these promotions in here, get 30% off by, you know, adding your email, whatever it may be. So that's that section. The next is going to be the sites and pages menu. So this is basically what's on there currently. So right here is your site menu. So your site menu, sometimes it will be across the top where it'll say like home, about, shop, contact, you know, it'll be right here. But in this instance on this website, it's this hamburger bun option right here. So if I were to click that on the live site, it'll basically have a pop out where it'll give me all these different options like home, shop, about us, contact, blog, gift cards. So you have all those options there. And this is where you can make like any changes. Like if you don't want a about us section there, you can like click on it. You can hide it from the menu so it's not an option. You can duplicate it if you needed to. You can change the name, you know, rename it to something else. To instead of about us, we want it to be, you know, I don't know, but whatever. You get what I'm saying there. So next, you got your signups and logins. If you want a members area, you can actually have a members area, you know, where people have to log in, you know, to get exclusive, you know, deals on stuff like that. Stores page. So we'll just click on that real quick. Let's see what the product page looks like. So we're just going to kind of show you really quick, and then I'll go back to the home page. So they got a default product in here, but this is what the page would look like, you know, with the default product. So you'd have your image right there, the product name, if there is a SKU code, the price, add to cart, buy now, you know, any details about it, your refund, return policy, shipping information. So it's really nicely set up, and it flows very smoothly and very accurately. Being a personal Wix user, I actually love it. It's very easy to, you know, get to where you need to go. It's very easy to change things out. So I want to go back to the home page now. So let's go back to the site menu and go to home really quick. So you got all these different options. Obviously, you know, give or take, I'm going to let you play with this. I'm not here to, you know, take up your life trying to show you every single option that's available. Just kind of want to show you how things flow. So let's say we want to make a change right here. Let's say we want to change the title, you know, to the business's name. So we're going to change this to, all I had to do was click into it, hit edit text, and now I can say test YouTube. So now that right there. So I don't have to, you know, start from scratch or anything. I can click on certain things, it'll give me, like if it's text, it'll give me the option to edit it. I can link specific pages, websites. So if I click on this, let's say I want to link this right here to a different page, I can actually select what page I want it to link to, whether it be like my store policies, things of that nature, or a specific different website, to an email. So you have multiple options to be able to just go in here, take what's available and make the changes. So for example, I'm going to change this background just to show you. So we got this background here. I could change it to a solid color. I could select the image, or I could upload a video. And then they also have some options right here. For the grace of time, I'm just going to go ahead and just select one. We're just going to go ahead and change it to this one. And now you can see that's my background. You can also, like I said, you can also pick and choose your own images. You definitely want to make sure that the quality standards are there. So make sure that you're checking, because you don't want the picture to be distorted on the live website or anything like that. So make sure the dimensions are right to fit in these sections. But overall, like if you just want to use what they have available, they have so many different options you can pick from. They have a search bar where you can definitely get more. And that's just how simple it is to really just kind of change things around. So this is the product section. So let's say I need to change something about a specific product that's listed on my main page, for example. I can click right here and it takes me right to the dashboard without having to get out of the editor, which is extremely nice. Instead of having to bounce back and forth, you click on that and it'll take you right to the editor. I can make any editing changes to the specific product that's there. So this is what your product listings would look like. So obviously, you'll change that out with your own images. You can put your name of the product, the description. If there's any specific areas like categories you want it under, let's say this is accessories, so you add a category for accessories. Any details that you want specifically in that section, your refund, product information, shipping information, like if you want to give details about the colors of it, if there's a no refund policy, you got your pricing, like if you have a SKU that you want to provide, you have that here. So it's really neat. So once I'm done editing that, I can just hit save. It'll X out. It'll take me right back to the editor. So I'm right back to where I started without having to go even into the dashboard. My apologies. Got kind of parched for talking for 20 minutes straight. I needed a little drink. But the other neat thing I had mentioned as well is that me personally, when I started off, I did print on demand. I was just getting started, like I had mentioned to you guys. If you're just getting started, you may not have the inventory or you may not have the available funds. So that is a great option. And they have available options inside of Wix. Some apps that you can actually use, one being Printify, the other one being Printful. These are print on demand websites that you can actually sync together with your Wix. So basically you would start an account, let's say for Printify. You would basically put all your images, your designs over on Printify. And once you're done with like the description, setting the price and everything like that, it formats it over to Wix's product section for you. So you don't have to design it one place, put it somewhere else. It's going to move all the information you provided over there. And then what happens is if somebody makes a purchase through the Wix website, it's going to alert Printify to start production on that product. So now what you would have to do is you would just have to pay the production price for that product to be printed. So no having to worry about inventory. You obviously, it's a little bit more costly. You're not going to make as big of a profit margin, but for somebody who's just getting started, if you're able to make, $15, $20 off a product that you probably wouldn't have been able to afford, spending $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 trying to get inventory. Hey, that can, if you're getting the type of sales that, you want, that can definitely add up. So, and then obviously down the road, if you want to switch to a manufacturer when, the business gets busier or when you start making more profits from the website, you have the availability to do so. So that's this. So I just wanted to show you inside the editor. Obviously, I'm not going to walk you through everything. So that is the editor. You can literally just kind of click through and change just about everything inside the editor. If I want to change this text, if I want to put my logo here instead, um, change the wording here. You would just have to get in here, kind of play. And Wix support is available 24 hours, 7 days a week. So definitely contact them if you need any walkthroughs. They have dedicated reps in every single division that is broken up into divisions to help you. So if you need help with like a payment that's not processing, or if you need help with somebody trying to book through the website and it's not working, or you need help with the editor, like you want your page to align, you know, the way it's supposed to be like on the mobile app compared to how it is on the dash or the desktop. They have the dedicated reps who are like broken down to each individual divisions where you can get help in, you know, just about anything. So that being said, that is the editor. So we're gonna go back. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Jeez. Oh man, I didn't want to do that. We're gonna skip this AI tool this time. Let's see if it will let me skip it. Setup without. All right, so yeah, we'll just go through. So this may work out because now you get to see both using the AI tool compared to just, you know, go ahead and setting it up yourself. All right, so like I had mentioned, I'm just gonna skip all of this for now. It's gonna X out because we kind of already went through all of this. I just want to get back to the dashboard so I can show you the other things that you'll need to do. So like I mentioned, if you buy the premium plan, a certain premium plan, they do a lot of the times offer a free year domain. So you can go ahead and they'll say, let's go. It'll check for you to see if that domain is available. If it's not available, it'll give you a drop down of alternative options. Let's say, you know, YouTube, this yttesttube.com is not available. It'll give me different options. It'll maybe say, okay, that's not available, but let's try .shop or .net or .org. These are available, and let's purchase those. So that's pretty neat that it can search through, you know, the databases of all the different domains that are out there and see what is and what isn't available. So after that, after you select your domain, you can set up a payment processing. So you got a number of different options in your dashboard. So how you would get there as well, if it's not on your dashboard, is you just go to settings, and then you got accept payments, and this is going to give you all your different options. So you got, like I said, a number of different options. You got Wix payments. Obviously this is going to be recommended. A lot of people like using Wix payments. The reason being is because everything's basically under one umbrella. So you don't have to go to like PayPal or Stripe or Square to collect your funds, or if there's an issue that you're having with the payment, then you would have to reach out to those processors, those payment providers. Where connecting Wix payments, you can actually, you know, if you have something wrong with your editor, or I'm sorry, in the editor, and a payment issue, you don't have to bounce all over the place. You're contacting one company who's not only hosting your domain, you know, that's not always the case, but maybe they host your domain, they host your website, they host like all your payment information to make sure your payouts are going through. So it's just a lot less stress. But, you know, to each their own. Every business is different. Maybe you already have a Stripe, a Square, PayPal account that you'd prefer to use, which is completely fine. So you have those options as well. So you got Wix payments. Wix payments does come with additional options. As you can see, it offers a lot more. So you can accept debit or credit cards. They have added things like Apple Pay. So if you have a customer with an iPhone and they have their debit or credit card in their Apple Pay card in their wallet, they can pay with that option. Same thing with Google Pay. If they have an Android and they have Google Pay set up, they can pay with their Google Pay. Affirm is like paying in installments. So let's say you have a higher price product, maybe it's like $2,000-$3,000, and you want to break down the payments into 4 installments. Then you could set up Affirm through Wix payments, and they can pay in like four payments, installments every 3 months or whatever. Afterpay, that's basically they can buy it now, pay it off over time, or pay later. I think this is manual pay. This is going to be tap to pay. So you even have tap to pay. You can get like your own point of sale system. Point of sales is basically kind of like that when you're checking out like at a gas station and you put your debit or credit card into the device for it to read your card. So that's what a point of sales is. If you're not familiar with the terminology, it's also called POS system. Um, so basically, that's what it is. It's a terminal that processes your sales that may not be connected to the website. So they got like tap to pay as well. Klarna, I'm not familiar with, but that is an option as well. You got PayPal, you got manual payments. If you're going to be accepting payments outside of the website, like maybe you're going to accept someone's payment by Cash App, Venmo, or they say, hey, I'm going to meet you in person and give you a check or pay you in cash. You can set up manual payments. This will keep track of that order, but you will be responsible to basically let your book of business know under the orders tab if that payment was fulfilled. If they don't end up paying you, then you do not need to let them know that you do need to let your book of business know, hey, this was not fulfilled, this was never paid, et cetera, et cetera. So that's manual payments, accepting cash, checks, and other alternative routes of payment outside of the website. So if I click next, it's gonna give me all these different options. So as you can see, we got Square point of sales. A lot of people are familiar with Square, Afterpay, Affirm. So you can have those individually as well. If you're just taking installment payments, you can connect Affirm and just take the installment payments, 3 times a month, 4 times a month, and stuff like that. Alipay, provided by Stripe, Bankful. So you got all these different options. Even if you're taking ACH transactions, bank to bank transactions and that's for people who typically are taking like high end amounts, and stuff like that, and they want a bank wire to wire transaction, you can get ACH by choice. That is an option as well. Then if I scroll down some more, you even have third party credit and debit card provider options as well. So last we'll click into this. Again, we got Priority, we got Stripe, we got Braintree, Bankful, Authorized.net, powered by Bankful. So it's not just Authorized.net. That is different from Authorized.net. That is powered by Bankful. So it's technically a Bankful thing. But like I said, these are all the different payment options. So you'd obviously set up an account for whichever best suits you and your business. Once that's set up, then you'll be able to start collecting payments from your customers. Your checkouts become available, your payouts become available. Obviously, there is a verification process for each one of these processors. I do know that Wix Payments is a little more extensive, you know what I'm saying? That's because they have so many different partnerships with other, Affirm, Apple Pay, Google Pay. They have their, all these different agreements and, regulations they have to follow with all these different providers. So they're very, stern about like verifying the account and making sure that you're up to compliance, not providing any prohibited products or services on your site, like selling CBD or selling, things like that are illegal, things of that nature. So it's just something to know if you are interested. Just make sure that like you're not selling like weapons or CBD or stuff like that, because you likely will get flagged and not be accepted for that for Wix payments. So that's really about it for the most part. Like I said, I just kind of wanted to give you a breakdown of how to get to the editor, how to set everything up. It's really kind of self-explanatory. Obviously, like I had mentioned, you're not going to learn this all in one day. It's nearly impossible to learn it all in one day, but that's why they have those 24-hour resources you can reach out to. They also have many help articles that you can go to. So like if you search here, they have articles upon articles about every little thing that you could possibly think about. So let's say I want to know about setting up Stripe. Oh, that's a strip. Oh, a strip. Okay. Claiming your Stripe account. So I don't know if since it's not our processor, it's probably not going to give specific setting up gift cards. You know what I'm saying? It's going to give you an abundance of suggestions. And like I said, they have articles for just about everything. Being that that's not our processor, I probably shouldn't have used that as an example. Um, but yeah, with that being said, that's really about it. And Oh, and lastly, I do want to point this out. If you just don't want to deal with it, you're not computer savvy at all, and you just rather have someone else do it for you, they do have hire a professional in your dashboard as well. These are not Wix employees by any means, so they don't represent Wix. They are freelancers that Wix recommends that you can use. And if you decide to want to hire one, you can click that. It'll take you to like give you like a breakdown of like how many sites they've done, what their ratings are, you know what I'm saying, what they're good at, what they could work on, you know, things of that nature, so you can make a educated decision. But again, these are not Wix employees that are going to be building your website or, you know, coding things into your website. These are freelancers that are recommended from Wix that, you know, have communication with them, but ultimately, as Wix would call them, they're partners, but they're not actually Wix employees. They don't get a paycheck from Wix. So that's just one other thing I want to point out. Yeah, one last thing. We'll just go here. So, oops, get out of that. All right. So one last thing. Uh, you got your premium plans. So here you can actually see your premium plans, like any plans that you're paying for. So I got a couple default sites on here that you may see. This is my prime, my real store right there. So, you know, I got the couturecorner.com. This is my e-commerce store. What I basically men's, women's, children's clothing, set up print on demand, accessories, you know, things of that nature. So, and it's done very well for me. As you can see, this like was my first year setting it up. I got some default ones in here that, you know, I was just kind of playing around with, wasn't sure what I want my website to be for sure. So that's that. You can check out like what premium plans you're paying for. You can check your invoices, so it'll show you how much you paid. Few payment dates, like, so you can check your payment history, the card that you have on file. If you need to like upgrade your plan or anything like that, you can do that here. So with that being said, that's really about it. You have other options, your billing history, your vouchers, you know, your payment methods for paying for your premium plans, but really that's about it. So I appreciate you guys if you have tuned in. I hope this is helpful for you guys. I wanted to try to break it down as much as I possibly could. Obviously, like I said, I'm not going to be able to teach you everything all in a 30-minute video, but I wanted to be as helpful and as acknowledgeable as possible to be able to, help you get a business professional looking website. I love the fact that Wix is always available. I love the fact that Wix is, it's easy to work through those templates. It's literally like drag and drop. It's literally like click to change text. You can add and drag and drop things into the site. So, with that being said, again, that's the end. I'm sorry if this drug out a little longer, but I want to show you the perks of having the Wix, website. So if you are new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that notification bell for more content just like this. Also go to pathwaytoprofits.net, where we provide starter kits for how to get set up your own LLC. I have an ebook on there where you can actually learn how to start your own side hustles in 2024. Just a number of different things, even free downloads that you can get, free ebook downloads. You can also get free downloads for my daily checklist, just so you can keep on task and, what I'm saying, keep motivated with the checklist every single day. So definitely check out the website. Again, I don't want to drag this out any further. We appreciate you guys. We love the support. Thank you for watching throughout the video, and we're out of here.